shows that the recording has started. Perfect. Yay. Okay, well, welcome everybody. My name is Hayley and this is Mees. And yay, welcome Mees. Thank you for being here. And
Thank you for having me.
thanks for agreeing to go on this little adventure with me. And my intention is to just share with my community the magic that is you and pick your brain maybe a little bit, hear about your experiences with your recent grape fast and grape juice fast. And I know we both study iridology, so maybe some of that will come up, but basically just like a nice interview about you and your experiences with natural medicine and fasting.
Yeah, sure. Excited.
Great. So to introduce you, Mees lives in the Netherlands. And where exactly do you live?
I live in Leiderdorp, which is close to Amsterdam.
Perfect. And you live in an abandoned police station right now?
Yes, that's true. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. And we discovered each other. We met via Instagram, via Iridology, and I eyeballs, and he is now a master iridologist as well. And
Well, I wouldn't say master iridologist yet, but I'm getting there.
I definitely threw that in, but it was with good intention.
Yeah.
And so we've only known each other for a couple of months, maybe like 3 months or something like that.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah, and I'm very inspired by your way of being, your beautiful Instagram posts, and I feel a very similar way of living. Even though we have very different iris constitutions, I feel like we're both on a similar path to healing and strengthening and sharing.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you here. Is there anything else you want to add about you?
No, I think you covered most of it, like the things we want to discuss. I think we just get started.
Great. You also play a mean guitar. And
I'm a better singer and harmonica player than I am a guitarist. So.
yeah, your music is very soul and like a deep, deep soul nourishing of like the depths of the human experience.
That's
So
a really nice, what do you say, explanation. Really nice way to describe it.
yeah, good. I think if I turn my camera, I can see your face bigger now. That's better. Cool. So, tell us about your recent grape fast and why, maybe start off with why you wanted to do it.
Well, I'm really into detoxification. I think it's like it's an art almost. Like if you really get to know how the body works and how everything in all the processes in the body, what's going on, then it's really nice to just play around a bit with your diet and with fasting and everything. And it's just really nice to see rapid healing whenever you lay off food or just eat really simply. And well, the main reason that I wanted to do this grape fast is because I had felt this attraction towards it for a long time, and it just seemed like the right time, as like it was full on grape season. And yeah, it's just a big experiment really. And yeah, that's basically why I got into it. It's not like I had a major health problem or anything, but yeah.
Yeah, so where did you learn about detoxification? Was that through your iridology school or just on your own self?
No, I learned about detoxification well when I started eating a raw food diet. But that was like on a really basic level, and then I found Dr. Morse and what he teaches, and then I got to know like almost all the ins and outs of it, and it just started to make a lot of sense, and I just wanted to experiment with my own body.
Beautiful. That's such a profound way to go about it, is to learn the information and then do it yourself. And I've totally done that as well. Use my body as an experiment, and I've gone really far this way and really far this way to like see what it does. And now I
Yeah,
feel like,
exactly. Like
but
I just want to have like as many experiences as possible so I can understand where people are coming from and just help them from my own experience instead of, well, I've heard this, maybe you could try this. But now I know what works for me, and it might work for you. I don't know.
yeah, that's perfect. That's my favorite way. I never recommend anything to a person that I haven't tried myself.
That's nice.
All the weird stuff, I've usually done it before. So is this your first fast?
Oh no, I've done like on watermelon for 18 days, I think, and on mangoes for 2 weeks or something, and I did bananas a couple of times, and peaches and pineapple juice and juice fast. So it's been like quite some fruit fasts.
Beautiful. That's wonderful. I've also done a grape juice fast. I didn't eat any grapes, but I juiced them, and that was only for 8 days. And I did that when I was living in Mexico. And it
Yeah,
was lovely.
that's
And
yeah, really powerful grape juice.
yeah, and because I had read, I was reading that Philosophy of Natural Therapeutics book from Henry Lindlar, and he was just describing, and I had heard my teacher Farida talk about it, but he was describing just how grapes could bind to toxicity, and that grape juice and grape fast were almost more effective than a water fast.
Yeah, because grapes are so astringent and they really pull on every tissue of the body, every cell of the body. They pull everything out. So
Yeah, it sounds amazing. I remember my skin was just like I just felt like a buoyancy to me, and my skin was just extra bright. It was really nice. And it's nice because grapes taste good too. It's not like wheatgrass or
no, exactly. Yeah.
yeah. And so what else did you do during your fast? Did you do anything to support any other elimination organs, or did you feel comfortable
Um.
with that?
Well, I do dry brush like every other day or something. Um. But like I think most of my detox symptoms came from dry fasting every day because I was dry fasting like 18 to 20 hours a day. And I think that, yeah, well, it is the most powerful way of detoxification. So in combination with the grape juice, that did a lot. And the actual eating of the grapes. I didn't do only grape juice, but both
Yeah.
eating and drinking it.
And
Yeah.
and can you explain the dry fasting and what that was like and how you did it?
Mm, well, I just wanted to do the dry fasting, and it was actually quite easy to do it for like 18 to 20 hours a day because when I dry fast, I don't get hungry at all, whereas when I water fast, I get hungry pretty quickly. So it was pretty easy, and um, I didn't eat a lot. I think I ate like 1,500 to 2,000 calories a day, or maybe a little bit more, but not a lot. And I was losing weight quite quickly.
Mhm.
But still, I wasn't feeling hungry at all. So I was just really listening to my body. My body just didn't want any food or water at all.
That's beautiful. Yeah, it's amazing how that happens. How I think it's because we're educating ourselves on what's happening and we're really trusting the experience.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
yeah, and so I just did my 6 or 5 day wheatgrass fast, and that's not that long, but it's amazing how we don't need food and how
Yeah.
very little. Of course, I wasn't exercising because I got pretty fatigued by the end with
Oh yeah,
everything.
me too. I wasn't exercising at all. Like a little bit only.
Yeah, yeah. So, but it's amazing how we can become so empty. I actually lost almost 2 pounds a day during my wheatgrass fast because I was doing like 3 to 5 enemas with a tiny bit of lemon juice and then wheatgrass enemas multiple times a day. And I was going to the sauna and sunbathing, and I was skin brushing twice a day. And then I would drink like 4 to 8 ounces of wheatgrass. And yeah, it was amazing what would come out. And anytime I would feel like tired. Like I never felt anything in my body like a sore throat like you described. I would just kind of like notice like, oh, I'm like tired all of a sudden, different versus like like not having enough energy to go on a run or do yoga. But if I felt like tired, I would do an enema, and I felt like it would like wipe out a layer of fatigue in my body. It was pretty amazing, and then I'd have all this abundant energy.
Hmm. Yeah, I lost like I think 6 kilograms. I think that's like 13 or 14 pounds in like 4 weeks. That's insane. So,
Yeah, yeah. I
but
did that. I
it
did
was
that.
pretty easy to gain it back. Like it's not like it's all gonna be gone forever, but it's mostly like things in the intestines, like because I didn't eat a lot of food. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's so gross what can come out of the body during these things, you know?
mhm.
It's super profound. And so you said you had a sore throat. How did that like process out for you? Like,
Well,
did,
the first 7 days it was just like no detox symptoms at all, and then my body got into a healing crisis, and well, at first my throat started getting sore, started really hurting, and after that, like a few days later, I started getting headaches and chills all over and just low energy and yeah, just basically flu-like symptoms, and it lasted for 10 days in total, I think. So it's quite a long time.
yeah,
But after that, it was like smooth sailing, and I felt like amazing until the end of the fast. So,
good. That's important to educate ourselves on healing crises. I
yeah,
always tell people about that, you know, like it's it's our body's getting well. It's not getting sick. Like we have this weird conditioning that sick is bad,
yeah,
and means that something bad is happening versus like it's getting well, especially when we're cleansing our body and we have like these things come out. You know, it's so important to just keep supporting the body and not give up and just let it purge out, and get a fever to purge out all of that stuff that has been in there. And it's like, oh sweet, you're on my team, mom or dad, like I'm ready to get this on out. Thanks for all the support.
yeah, and it's quite cool, like because I'm studying iridology as well. So obviously, I looked at my eyes afterwards, and I saw that my throat area there's a lot of white stuff that cleaned up in that area. So that's really cool to see. So that was what that healing process was all about.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you did before and after pictures.
Yeah,
I think it's profound. It's so amazing to see how short of a time, things can change. You know,
exactly.
it's amazing.
It can take a long time, but sometimes it can just be gone really quick.
Yeah, yeah, and you have a strong and clear body. Like I've put people on very gentle detoxes where, I'm even just having them take superfoods and not really change their diet. Maybe just eliminate, alcohol and sugar and dairy and meat. And within the first day, they start to have a huge detox.
Yeah,
Can tell that you've been taking care of your body if it took 7 days for something to be released, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you did great.
Thank you.
Um, so how are you feeling now? You're back to your regular diet?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. I think I'm feeling better than before actually. So better than before the fast, even though I was already feeling great. But even though I've been eating this way for about 1.5 years, it's like still progressing day by day. It's really cool.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed I was very ungrounded. I had some family things happen right after my fast, so I got ungrounded. So it took me a few days to like kind of settle back into my body, and I drove 20 hours. But I noticed I was craving lots of greens and lots of dates, like high calorie and then mineral rich foods. And I've still been juicing like my Colorado wheatgrass, and I'm gonna do another fast, right before, a special retreat that I'm doing. So I'm gonna do just 3 days on green juice, and
Yeah,
then the remaining 3 days. But this has inspired me to fast more regularly for shorter periods of time. You know, like
yeah,
1 week and 3 days a month or something like that.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm also doing like a lot herbal teas right now, also because it's getting colder, but just because I've really started noticing their effects because I've always had like really cold feet in the hands, especially my feet in winter and stuff. And now I'm doing ginger and licorice tea daily, like twice a day,
Awesome.
and it's all gone in a few days. So I'm really looking into herbs more right now because those things can be powerful as well.
Yeah, I'm such a fan of herbs.
Yeah, me too.
And I think I like them because they're so nutrient rich, because they're so hardy and they're grown in the rocks in the soil and like in these harsh conditions. So I feel like they're full of minerals that are very like deeply supporting to our bones and our tissues and our blood. And also they're so magical in what they can do for the body. Like a different herb will be good for the liver, a different herb for the
Yeah,
kidneys, for the breasts, for the hair, for the skin. And so I love that we have this ability to study and go create our own formulas and choose how we want what we want our medicine to be for the day, even if it's just out of flavor or tons of iron. Like I honestly regularly drink like pregnancy teas, which I
hmm
highly recommend, like pregnancy and nursing teas because they're so high in iron. And yeah, iron and calcium usually, and I love them. And I like kidney cleansing herbs too, and they're a huge staple of mine. It's almost like wheatgrass and greens, like these two things
yeah.
are like,
I'm on a kidney and bladder formula as well right now. My friend is herbalist as well. Well, he's still learning to be a herbalist, but he's starting up his own company, and he's got a few formulas that I'm trying out for him. So it's for one is for the kidney and bladder, the other one is for the endocrine system, and the third one is for parasites.
awesome.
Yeah,
You want to hear something gross about parasites? Oh, wait, say that again.
definitely.
Okay, so parasites, when you swipe them out with herbs, or usually herbs are the best thing to kill
Yeah.
parasites. It only kills the living parasites and it doesn't kill the eggs. So you have to do one round, usually like 10 days or depending on how strong the herbs are. And then you have to wait 20 days because that's the hatching and growth cycle for parasites. So then you wait 28 days and then the eggs rehatch and then you kill them again with another
Yeah,
cycle.
I'm doing 15 days now,
Good.
like 6 capsules a day. So, and then, wait, I'm taking, yeah, 6 capsules a day, three in the morning, three at night.
Good. And so you said 15 days?
Yeah, 15, yeah, there's like 90, I think there's 90 capsules in the body, and the bottle.
Nice. Yeah, you might look into doing the Parasite one again in 20 days and just see, because I've done it with and without, and I feel like it's definitely more effective if I
Mhm.
do like the 2 cycles of it.
Cool. I'll ask for another bottle.
Cool. Good. 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 And so, how can people? I feel like I want to put in the link below of this YouTube video, like your iridology school sounds awesome. Maybe we could even put your herbalist friends' information. Um, maybe. And then how people can find you on Instagram or Facebook, how they can connect with you for guidance or reading, or is there anything you want to offer to people and how they can get hold of you?
They can get a hold of me or through Instagram or via my email,
Okay.
which is freedevores@gmail.com.
Okay.
So yeah, you can put that in the description as well if you want to.
That
If
sounds
people want
great.
to get in touch, yeah,
And you're doing iridology readings now as well, right?
yeah, and health coaching as well.
Perfect. 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 Maybe we could do like a collaborative thing where we both read people's eyes and see what we see, and we can
Oh
just,
yeah, that will be cool. Or we
yeah.
can, I don't know, we can definitely set something up to teach people or something. I don't know. It's just something.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Really
could
cool.
collaborate like what we did yesterday, but with you and I teaching. That could be very
Yeah.
cool. I love it. I was high yesterday. I love teaching people about iridology.
Oh
So
yeah. It's just nice to be rambling on about things you're passionate about. Just
yeah. So
makes
true.
you buzzing.
It's so true. So, is there anything else you want to talk about before we end this? Let's see how long it's been going. Perfect, 23 minutes.
Mm, I don't know. I think we've like covered most of the things that we initially wanted to talk about. So
Cool. Well, I look forward to more of these, and I look forward to seeing how our teaching collaborative exchanges unfold, and many blessings. I hope you have a great sleep. What time is it there?
it's almost 7:30
Oh, cool. Awesome.
p.m. So
Not that good. Good, good. Well, many blessings to you, and
many blessings to you as well.
I look forward to more of your Instagram posts. And thank you so much. I will upload this shortly, and I'll let you know when I get it uploaded.
Okay. Much love and thank you for having me.
Yeah, bye, beautiful.
Bye.
See you soon.
See you soon.